Hello children, we are doing revision of chapter number 5, arithmetic progression. In the last video lesson, we revised all the sums which were related with the formula of n terms of an AP, that is an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. This video lesson, we are going to discuss the other formula, that is sum of n terms of an AP. So if a is the first term, d is the common difference of an AP, then the sum of first n terms is given by the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 in the bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. S stand for sum of the terms. Sn stand for sum of n terms of an AP. N is number of terms, A is first term of an AP, and D is the common difference. We have one more formula to find sum of n terms of an AP. If L is the last term, in a given AP we are given the last term, and if we are given the first term also, then we can use one more formula, that is Sn is equal to n by 2 in the bracket A plus L, where L is the last term of an AP. So L is nth term also. We can also write A plus An. The last term of an AP is L. So both the formulas can be used to find sum of the terms given in an AP. And the idea of this formula we got from the method of Gauss. Gauss, the famous mathematician, and he did one sum when he was just 10 years of age in the class, and from that the idea of finding the sum of n terms of an AP was discovered. So let's do some of the sums related with this formula. Look at this. Find the sum of the following AP. You are given the AP as 2, 7, 12 and up to 10 terms you have to find its sum. So just check out what all is given to us. We are given that number of terms in the given AP is 10, because we have to find out sum of first 10 terms of an AP. So number of terms is n. First term of an AP is given to us as 2. Common difference is 5. Once you write the data, recollect the formula to find out sum of the terms in an AP. And your formula is Sn is equal to n by 2 in the bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now since you have to find out sum of 10 terms, so your formula you will convert for S10, because it is sum of 10 terms. So S10 is equal to 2 into 2 plus 10 minus 1 into d. We are substituting all the values in the formula. So we get 5, 2 5s are 10, you can cancel this. So 5, here you get 2 2s are 4 plus 10 minus 1 is 9 into 5. Alright, so if you solve it, your answer is 245. So the sum of 10 terms of an AP is 245. The sum is directly based on the formula, and such type of sums may come in the exam, maybe for 1 mark or for 2 marks. Alright. Now the other sum which is mentioned here, it is actually same like this sum, but the way of putting up the sum is different. Look at this, how they have put up the sum. Find the sum given below. We are given minus 5 plus minus 8 plus minus 11 and so on up to minus 230. So we have to find out sum of all these terms. Let's first write down the data given to us. We are given A, that's the first term, is minus 5. Then we are given the common difference. Check out, for the common difference is minus 8 minus of minus 5. So minus 8 plus 5, which is minus 3. Along with this, we are also given the last term. If you check out, which is the last term here? The last term is minus 230. Alright, what we have to find out? We have to find out sum of this AP. But one thing is missing. We don't know. We have given first term, we have given last term, but how many terms are there in this AP? That is We are not aware. So we will first find out n, and to find out n, we will make use of the formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now in our case, what is an? What is the last term given to us? Minus 230. Substitute that. Is equal to minus 5 plus n minus 1, and d is minus 3. If you solve it, we get the value of n, and that is 76. So we got the value of n as 76. Now we have to find out, meaning is that in this AP there are 76 terms. Now we have to find out sum of this 76 terms. So recollect the formula for the sum of the terms. Now since we have first term, we have last term, we can make use of the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 in the bracket a plus l. Alright, convert this formula for S76 because we know that we have 76 terms here. So S76 is equal to 76 upon 2 in the bracket a is minus 5 plus L is minus 230. Find out, cancel this 2 and 76, you get Sn is equal to 38 in the bracket minus 235, and if you solve it, your answer is minus 8930. So the sum of terms given in this AP is minus 8930. Alright, so both the sums are related with finding the sum of the terms in an AP, but the way of putting up the sum is different. So keep this in mind. Next type of sum is like this. You are given A12. 12th term is given. Common difference is also given. You have to find out first term and sum of 12 terms of an AP. So we will write the data. A12 is 37. Common difference is 3. And we know our formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Alright, because we have to find out first term a. So we are writing this formula. We know an is what? We are given a12. Right? So we will write our formula for a12. a12 is equal to a plus 12 minus 1 into d. a12 is given to us as 37 is equal to a plus 11 into 3. So from this, we get the value of a as 4. Now we got the value of a. What we have to find out? Sum of 12 terms. So recollect your formula S12. So S12 is equal to 12 upon 2 in the bracket 2a plus 12 minus 1 into d. Now if you solve it, you get this value. S12 is equal to 2 6 are 12. So 6 in the bracket 2 into 4 plus 11 into 3. 6 in the bracket 8 plus 33. So 6 into 41, and your answer is 246. So S12, sum of 12 terms of an AP is 246. Alright. Check the other type of sum. In an AP, you are given A. Number of terms are given to you as 8. S is equal to 192. You have to find D. Alright, so let's first write down what all is given to us. We are given A as 3. We are given number of terms as 8. We are given Sn, sum of n terms of an AP as 192. How will you find out D? Very simple. In every sum, if you see children, we have to just make use of the formula. And it should click in your mind that when you have to find out n, you will make use of which formula, then what is given to you, and based on that which formula you will use. Now here we are given Sn, so we cannot make use of the formula of An. So we will make use of the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 in the bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Let's substitute the values. Sn is 192, n is 8 upon 2 in the bracket 2 into 3 plus 8 minus 1 into d we have to find out. So now all the terms are there with you, so finding the value of d is not very difficult. Let's solve it. So 192 is equal to, if you solve this, 2 4s are 8 you can do, and in the bracket 6 plus 7 into d. Yeah, so when you solve it, 6 plus 7d is equal to 48. So you get the value of d as 6. You have to simplify this and solve it. So simple sum, but however simple it is, you have to solve and then find the answer. So such sums may come in your first periodic test, but all the sums will come in the form of multiple choice questions. We will give you the sum and 4 options will be there. So you have to solve it in rough and then click on the correct option. Alright. Now look at this type of sum. The first term of an AP is 5. We are given first term. You denote first term by letter A. So A is 5. Last term is also given, which is 45. So last term you denote by letter L, which is 45. Last term we also denote by AN. Okay, so either L or AN. And the sum is 400. We're given the last term is 45 and the sum is 400. Sum of the terms in this AP is 400. So SN is given to us. Find the number of terms and the common difference. 2 things we have to find out. But since we are given SN is equal to 400, last term is given, first term is given, let's make use of this formula. So Sn is equal to n by 2 in the bracket a plus l. If we substitute the values, you get n by 2 in the bracket a plus l is equal to 400. So n by 2 in the bracket a is 5, l is 45, it is 400. So if we solve this, you get the value of n as 16. So number of terms in this AP is 16. Alright. But you are given that the last term is 45 and the sum is 400. Last term of an AP. So last term, there are 16 terms. So last term will be 16th term. So T16 is equal to 45. This is how you have to understand. Now since T16 is equal to 45, T16 we can write A plus 15D. A is 5. So 5 plus 15D is equal to 45. So D is equal to 45 upon 10. If you solve it, you get this. So D is 8 upon 3. So we got the value of D also. We got the value of N as well. Alright. So carefully you have to read the sum. Write down what all is given to you. Accordingly make use of the formula and find your answer. Now this is question number 4 from exercise 5.3. This was the doubt which was asked. So have a look at this. How many terms of AP 9, 17, 25 must be taken so as to give the sum of 636? You are given an AP. You are asked how many terms you will take from this AP so that the sum of the AP will come equal to 636. So we will first write down the data. A is 9, D is 8 and Sn. The sum of the terms is given to us. Sum should come equal to 636. What we have to find out is how many terms we should take. That is N we have to find out. So since sum Sn is given to us, let's make use of this formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 in the bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. 636 is equal to n by 2 in the bracket 2 into 9 plus n minus 1 into d. If you solve this, we get a quadratic equation like this. And in standard 8th, we have learned how to solve quadratic equation. So if I factorize and find out the factors, I get n minus 12 in one bracket and 4n plus 53 in other bracket is equal to 0. So I get two answers, n is equal to 12 or n is equal to minus 53 upon 4. But n is equal to minus 53 upon 4 is rejected because number of terms cannot be in fraction. It cannot be negative and cannot be in fraction. It should be whole number. So n is equal to 12 terms. So from the given AP, if you add first 12 terms, you get the addition of all these terms as 636. This is the meaning of this sum. Okay. Then this is 10th sum from exercise 5.3, and this was also a doubt. Sum is, show that A1, A2 up to AN form an AP where AN is defined as AN is equal to 3 plus 4n. Also find the sum of first 15 terms. Though the sum looks complicated, but it is very easy. We are given AN. AN is 3 plus 4n. So if I substitute n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3, I'll get first term, second term and third term. Alright, so let's do that. So taking n is equal to 1, I'll have A as 7. If I put n is equal to 2, I'm getting A2 is equal to 11. If I put A is equal to 3, I get A3 is equal to 15. When you put n is equal to 3, you get A3 as 15. So we got A1, A2 and A3. Hence our series is 7, 11, 15 and so on. If you check out common difference, the common difference is 4, and since the common difference is same, it forms an AP. So that is what we are asked. Is this form an AP? So yes, A1, A2 up to AN forms an AP. Now the other part of the sum is we have to find out sum of 15 terms. This is now very simple. You just have to make use of formula of S15. Okay, first write Sn, your formula n by 2 in the bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Make the formula for S15, so 15 upon 2, 2 into 7 plus 14 into 4. Solve it. So after solving, you get the value of S15 as 525. So another type of sum, simple, but yeah, you have to read the sum carefully and understand what is asked. Alright, check this. This is another doubt which was asked, and the question is, if the sum of the first n terms of an AP is 4n minus n square, what is the first term? What is the sum of first two terms? What is second term? And similarly, find third, the 10th and the nth term. The sum is divided into parts. You are given the n terms of an AP is given by the formula Sn is equal to 4n minus n square. Okay, the sum of n terms of an AP is given by the formula 4n minus n square. We have to find out first term. We have to find out sum of first two terms. We have to find out second term, and then also third, 10th and nth term. So let's go step by step. You are given that Sn is equal to 4n minus n square. Alright. Now suppose if I substitute n is equal to 1. So I'll have S1 is equal to 4 into 1 minus 1 square, and that is equal to 3. But Sn, sum of the first term, is nothing but first term only. So we got the first term as 3. Now if you substitute, say S is equal to 2, n is equal to 2, then you will have S2 is equal to 4 into 2 minus 2 square. So you get S2 is equal to 4. Meaning is that sum of first two terms is equal to 4. But we have to find out second term. First term is 3. Sum of first two terms is 4. How will you find out second term? So to find out second term, I'll write like this. First term plus second term is equal to sum of first two term, which we got as 4. Now first term is 3. We have calculated. You don't know second term. So A2 is equal to 4. If you solve it, you get second term is equal to 1. So second part of the sum is also done. Alright. Now common difference. So common difference is equal to second term minus first term, that is 1 minus minus 3. and you get the answer as minus 2. Now the last part of the sum that we have to find out third term, 10th term and nth term. Let's do it. So third term, write the formula. Third term is A3. A3 is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. We have calculated D also. Substitute the values, you get the answer as minus 1. Then 10th term, so write the formula for A10. And if you substitute the values, you get the answer as minus 15. And the nth term, your formula is an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Values you have to substitute, you get the answer as 5 minus 2n. So part by part you have to solve the sum, then it is not difficult. Alright children. So here we come to the MCQ part of the chapter. But let me just tell you that in the chapter, in the entire chapter, the whole of the chapter is based on two formulas. One is the nth term of an AP, that is an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, and the other is sum of n terms of an AP. Now when the sum is given to you, it is on your side now to understand the sum and find out which formula you can use and find the values. Alright, so moving to the MCQs, again for you, the practice, some MCQs are given to you. Please read it carefully, try to solve on your own. The answers are marked so that once you get the answer, you can tally your answer and check whether you are getting correct answer or not. So these 5 MCQs, you all have to solve, check your answer, and I hope you get it correct. That will give you confidence that you're solving it right. So see you all in the next video lesson, wherein we are going to solve the sums which are the theoretical sums. So word problems we can call that, and then the revision of the chapter will be over. So see you all in the next video lesson. Bye and take care.